welcome back, of course, to the Nod-Krai Archon quest here in Genshin Impact. Oh, I can tell things are starting to pick up now. After finally having been at rock bottom for so long, things might be starting to go up for us just a tiny bit. We might be able to save Columbina. Aether is back. We have the beginnings of a plan to be able to take down Dottore, maybe. I had to take a break after yesterday because, well, I was playing for a long time. And also, you know, the whole thing with Wanderer really just kind of hits me in the feels, you know. But yeah, good reminder. This game does not remind you to take breaks. But as soon as you have control of your character in any scene, you just hit this button. Before you do anything, you can just leave. And then you take your break and go remember to drink water or something. Because otherwise, this game is more than happy to have you play for the next 8 hours straight without getting up. So make sure you do that. Also, let's collect some stuff here too. A traveler in the winter's night. Of course. Oh, it's not even telling me about True Moon. I know. I'll do it eventually. What is this? Oh, hello. Lepine Pauline. And starting to get those free Primo Gems, Intertwined Fates, all this exciting stuff so we can pull for Zubai and Ilya soon. Yeah, and also a traveler on a winter's night. To what end will her journey carry her? Once again, it's just odd that the achievement didn't of the same name as the Archon quest didn't come at the end of the Archon quest, you know? The Wanderer and his shadow. Perhaps this is the power destined to be yours. Oh, okay. The Heretic's Utopia. Investigate the energy field created by the Doctor. Yep, we did all of those things. So, yeah, without further ado, it's time for us to get back into the story and see where it leads us. Yeah, let's do it. Oh, wait, one more thing. Okay, hold on. This is a nice thing, is if you exit out right as soon as you get control of the character, you just get to be put right back at the spot you were at before. It is Friday. For me, the update came out on Tuesday, which means 3 days has passed, which means, of course, I have collected way more flowers for Columbina! Yay! Which means we can get her to level 80. And she has no voice line for that. That's okay. Level 80, Columbina! And now, pretty much, the only thing we are missing is the boss materials and flowers that we are going to get from finishing Act 8 of the Archon quest. So, because I literally went and collected all the flowers all over again. Without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so Wanderer wanted us to talk with Sandrone, right? He has a proposed plan to fix her issue here. Let's go. Oh, it's us
Miss
and
Androne,
Alfredo
traveler.
and Durin. Hello.
Hey there.
Hi.
Paimon's here too.
Oh, hi.
Just helping them sort through their things. How did your chat go?
That was fast. The call only just ended.
Well, you said it was urgent, so we got here as quickly as we could.
Albedo, I have some
Okay.
alchemy questions for you.
I see. Looks like my knowledge proved useful after all.
Yeah, and once again, you know, if Sandrone comes to you for help, that means you must be very helpful and very knowledgeable on a certain subject. Albedo examined Sandrone's notes. Is this about the Narcissus Core's notes?
If I might ask, what is the end goal for the modified formula you'll be using?
I needed to predict the future of the entire world. But I've run into some teething issues since trying to implement Renee's theory of the four Orthants.
Okay.
I see. I'll have a look at it. Still, computing power is the real issue here. How do you plan to solve it?
It's crazy to hear them talk about computing power because there's all this ancient technology, but in this current present time, it's like their understanding of computers is a lot more limited. So we're talking with like the smartest people in all of Teyvat here who still understand computing power.
About that, it's been sorted.
It has? Oh.
With the traveler's help?
Definitely not our help. That was all Hat Guy, right? You overestimate me, Albedo.
Actually, you're not wrong. He found the person with the solution.
Yeah. Are any of you guys gonna question how Hat Guy knows this much stuff?
Was it Hat Guy?
Of course it was Hat Guy during.
Yeah, it was him.
Wow! Go Hat Guy! Seems like all that time studying at the academia is paying off big time.
Oh yeah, I'm sure that's why.
But where is he? Wasn't he the one who asked Albedo and I to come here?
Come with me.
Come with you? Hat Guy, what are you up to?
Hat Guy? What's happened to him?
Oh my gosh, he's meditating! Dude, he's changed so much. Like I said before, he was so reckless and angry before, and now he's meditating.
That guy! Can you hear us? No response. I guess he's in hibernation.
What does that
That guy
mean?
mentioned that he was a puppet. It seems that his functions are currently shut down.
Dude, I didn't even know he could do that. Because the whole thing about him being a puppet was like, he's supposed to be as similar to humans as possible. But indeed, he doesn't need to breathe or eat if he doesn't want to. So I guess he doesn't even need to be awake if he doesn't want to. I just never considered the possibility. Wait, so is he helping Sandrone with computing power? That means he had to tell Sandrone that he's not human too. Anyway.
I presume this has something to do with the solution to your computing problem.
That's right. He and the Traveler came to see me.
Okay, yeah, we did. And what did we do?
You have a solution?
Oh, the music.
Would you calm down? Why do you always react so hysterically to everything?
This is so funny because to him, she's like an old friend, but she doesn't even remember him anymore.
Excuse me? How would you know? You shouldn't be so quick to judge complete strangers. It's very bad manners.
Aww. Oh, the awkwardness so she doesn't know.
Oh, please. It doesn't take that long to figure out that you have a temper.
This is actually very nice. Because we were robbed of so many potential Fatui Harbinger interactions that would have involved Scaramouche before. Now we get them all back. This is great.
Where does a mere student get that kind of confidence?
I've actually published more papers than you. Not that status counts for much. Even Paimon's applied for academia admission.
Really? Go Paimon.
Huh? Are you serious?
See? This is why I can't be bothered to explain myself. She recognizes no one's skills but her own.
This is so silly. Now this is the part where I'm just trying so hard not to giggle so much. Like, oh, the player and the omniscient even knows that he knows her and she doesn't know him. And now they get to have their funny interaction.
Okay, fine. I'll hear you out. So, tell me, how do you propose to solve my computing power problem?
This world itself is constantly processing all kinds of information. If it's the world's future you're trying to calculate, you need a processing device that's designed to cope with that volume.
Okay, that's pretty self-explanatory.
Easier said than done.
Yeah.
Only Irminsul can handle that kind
Oh,
of...
because he has a connection to Irminsul.
Wait, is that what you're suggesting? But surely we can't just plug my formula directly into the ley lines.
You know what? When you're dealing with geniuses, why not?
You should be able to tell that I'm not human, right?
Yeah, I noticed. The technology, though, seems pretty ancient. Very different from Fontaine's. It's a completely different system.
Okay.
Conrian, to be precise. I'm what they would have called a puppet. Puppets need an energy source and processing power. The artisans who built them sought out the materials most suited for that purpose.
Yeah, once again, we're talking the ancient civilizations knew more about this technology than anybody in the present does.
You? Do you mean...
The Traveler and I have talked it over. He's willing to vouch for you. So, I'll allow you to borrow my core for your calculations. It was built using wood from a silver white tree, which makes it a small part of Irminsul.
Dude, it's so strange for him to be so candid and open about this. You know, he's usually doesn't tell people about this. But I guess this shows how dire the circumstances are and how badly he needs Dotori to be destroyed, which, same here.
Conrian technology and Irminsul wood. Who in the world could have built you? Are you sure about this? A puppet without its core will cease functioning completely. And if it's
How do you
left
know
in that
this?
state for too long,
Because-
it might not recover. You could die if you do this. You do realize that, don't you?
Yeah, how does she know this? But I guess it's not that hard to deduce. Look, he's willing to die for this mission. Let's be real.
I can put 2 and 2 together. Yes. No need to rub it in.
I won't lie to you. This has never been done before. I cannot guarantee your safety.
Doesn't matter. I'm prepared for the worst.
Did you two actually talk this through?
Yeah.
Is he... Are we really considering this?
Yes, we discussed it. The bottom line is, he trusts me, and I trust you.
Yeah, so you better not break this trust.
Let's give it a shot, shall we?
Okay.
Honestly, I have no clue where this kid even came from. But for whatever reason, he lent me his core to use in my formula.
I wonder who's older, actually. You think Wanderer or Sandrone is older? There's so many characters that are actually around the same age, just being like around 500 years old, you know. Wanderer, Sandrone, Nahida, Farina, Malika, technically, yeah. Who else? There's definitely characters that are older and a lot of characters are younger, but there's actually a lot of characters that are born around the same time, which was 500 years ago. Anyway, so, you know, calling him a kid, but they're probably actually around the same age. So it's like literally, this is crazy though, in terms of it's like plugging him into a computer. I would have thought they would have all like the wires connected to him, like when he was in the Shoki no Kami robot. But thankfully it seems they have a wireless method. Wow. He's allowing himself to be used as a device. Once again, just the change in him, that he's willing to take this risk, but also like putting complete faith into other people's hands when everything about him has just been taking things into his own hands up until now. He has to believe that we're not gonna let him die, right?
I'm very close to finishing my calculations now, and the core is currently in use. So I'm sorry, but I can only show you a sketch right now. This is what the core looks like.
Oh. That's what his core looks like?
A silver white branch. It certainly matches the legends told about Irminsul.
Is Hat Guy gonna be okay?
Please tell us Hat Guy's gonna be okay.
He's not gonna die, right? Right?
Don't worry, I don't think Sandrone is gonna let him die.
In theory, he should be fine. As long as we put his core back in time. Beyond that, all I can say is that I'll try my best to avoid risk and make sure the core doesn't sustain any damage.
I think I know why you called us here now. Someone needs to watch over his body and make sure it's protected until the process completes.
Look at all the friends he has now. People are going to watch over him and make sure he's okay.
Correct. He said that the only ones he trusts here are you two. And the Traveler. And the Traveler will have other work to do.
Look after Hat Guy for
He
me.
will have our undivided attention.
Thank you,
Aw,
Albedo.
Hat guy.
I know, right? He's wandered the world as this solitary figure, trusting no one after, you know, being betrayed and having his trust broken so many times. So for him to regain the ability to trust and have faith in others, and essentially put his life in all of our hands, it's growth, but more importantly, it's the fact that I'm glad he lives a better life now, and he's able to not have to put up, you know, that shield to protect him from the world and how harsh it's been to him. The world has been cruel to him, so the fact that he's able to trust others now, after all the betrayal he's faced in his life, is... I'm just really glad.
On a more positive note, things are progressing steadily on my end. I'll call everyone in for a meeting once the results are out.
Sandrone returns to her initial question. She and Albedo enter an in-depth discussion. You, Paimon, and Duran stand next to Hat Guy. Oh, and then Luanatar's there too, keeping watch over his silent body. You've never seen him in this state before. I know, right? No, Hat Guy.
The worst case scenario with the core removal is either a system reset or a total loss of function. But I'm not afraid. A quiet death should have been my fate long ago. A core is completely different from a heart. It's like another vital organ entirely. I never believed it could be a true replacement for what I sought. But in the end, it turns out the core was more useful to me. Pretty funny when you think about it. It's like the punchline of my entire life.
Dude, this is so sad. I mean, I find it sad, but clearly Wanderer is at peace with this. He was at peace with erasing himself from Irminsul. So, I think he's at peace with the idea that he could die or disappear at any time. I hope he could even be more at peace now, knowing that at least he got to live a life beyond all of the hatred and regret. That being said, we're gonna do everything we can to make sure you don't die, bro. But obviously, he's come to accept this a very long time ago. The fact that he had all this extra time to make something of his life is just bonus for him. That, you know, it's an extra reward. So, yeah, the punchline for his entire life, yeah. Searching for a heart and what it means to be human, only for that robotic side to still be more useful once again. Just know that you're more than that, though, Tess.
Do you think there's any difference between a puppet and a human? If not, then this would just be another samsara. I have already experienced both a past life and a next life.
Never.
Part of me wonders whether I'm only capable of making this decision because I've become a real human.
Maybe.
What's with that expression? Isn't this a good thing?
Yeah. Regaining his humanity.
Sandrone will succeed, won't she? She has to.
This also reminds me of a lot of pop culture references in this one. Okay, spoilers for The Hunger Games. But after when I read The Hunger Games the first time, and I think I was younger at the time, and only when I was older did I really realize it, I felt really sad at the end of the trilogy when Prim dies, her sister. Because the whole story started from Katniss, you know, taking Prim's place in the Hunger Games to prevent her from dying, only for her to die later on in the story. But you realize because Prim didn't die in the Hunger Games, she lived a much more fulfilling life, you know? She got to become a nurse, a healer. She got to help save so many other people's lives. Maybe in the end it was all for naught, but she got to live a more fulfilling life and purpose, even if her destiny was always that she wouldn't live till the end of the story. So, I think with that perspective, I know, I'm talking like Walt Wanderer like he's actually gonna die. I don't think he's actually gonna die. There's no way dude is actually gonna die. They're not gonna let him die. They're not gonna let him die because you could technically do Durin's story quest after this, which means he still needs to be alive for that. Once again, plot armor. That's the only reason why I know he's gonna be okay. Here I am talking like he's gonna die. But I'm just saying, comparing Wanderer's story to Primrose in the Hunger Games it's like, I felt sad 3 years ago when he almost died, basically. And I think if he were to die now, it'd be something we're more at peace with, because at least he had the opportunity to do more with his life that he wasn't robbed of all the opportunities to do better. He still had the chance to do something, even if it was only a little bit more time. Okay, now that being said, I don't want him to actually die. So despite all of that, please don't actually die.
She will. We all have to persevere until this is over.
That's right. And I'll protect you all until a moment of victory arrives.
Yeah, see? Nobody's gonna let you die. You suddenly feel like the concept of time has become blurry. It rushes forward for you, yet marches backward with every step that Columbina takes. Silent yet turbulent. Dotori's words echo in your ears. These 4 divisions anchor the world and shackle those who live in it. He may be deranged, but he understands well the rules of the world which now test you all. Domain? Okay. Cat guy! Huh? Columbina!
Who are you?
I didn't do the little flower falling thing this time. You must be one of the moon goddesses.
Call me Sonnet.
Oh my gosh.
You have the same power as Canon.
Oh, she's so beautiful. Sonnet, you must be the Crimson Moon Goddess. Wow. Look at her eyes, too, the crescent moon.
Sonnet. So, you're the goddess of the iridescent moon?
Oh, goodness. You recognize me? Well then, what's your name?
Columbina. Columbina Hyposelenia.
Hyposelenia. What a lovely name. Did you choose it yourself?
She did. Whoa. This is so cool, actually. I think these goddesses died long ago. From what we know, they didn't die peaceful deaths. But to just see them now like this, back in time.
It was a joint effort between me and my friends.
Friends? You mean your friends in the heavens?
Huh?
Hmm?
Oh, sorry. You must be exhausted. I apologize. Hang in there. Let me introduce you to my older sisters.
Do you mean the other 2 moon goddesses? Aria and Canon?
Wow, you sure know a lot. Hey, does that mean that our story goes on into the future?
Well, the story goes on as nothing more than legend, but...
Oh, I guess that wasn't the best question to ask. It's alright. We were prepared for that possibility.
This is so cool, though. Columbina gets to meet the other moon goddesses. It came at the price of her going backward in time for implied possibly hundreds or thousands of years. A time that would be torment for the rest of us to have to endure in lonely silence. Okay, is there anything... Let's just enjoy this.
We were too prepared. I can't even remember how long my sisters and I have been here by this point.
Been here? So you
When
guys
did you
could...
get here? How long has it been?
I
Meet the
can't
3
say
moon
for
sisters.
sure, but it feels like it's been forever.
Did they also escape into the moon gate?
I see. Are you feeling alright? You look a little unwell.
Oh, there they are.
I can hold out a while longer.
Their crescent moons are all facing different directions.
We don't have far
Her
to
dress
go.
is so nice.
The place where my sisters and I are based is just up ahead.
Did they also
Don't
escape?
worry. They're both really nice.
It sounded like
introduce you.
they died, but did they actually escape into the moon gate? Or is this just a phantom or memory like the Lindis was? Look at her though. Oh, they all look like big sisters to little Columbina though. The little dove in comparison. Yeah. Earlier they mentioned the 3 moon goddesses were born on their moons. but Columbina was born here in Teyvat. Wow.
Sisters! I'm back! And look who I brought with me!
Look at the way she floats along. Wow.
It's our lovely little sister, born in the far future.
Wow. This is so incredible. Look at them all.
The pleasure is all mine.
Huh? They don't seem as happy as Sonnet was.
Allow me to introduce you to Columbina Hyposelenia. This is Aria, the goddess of the eternal moon.
Hello.
And this is Canon, goddess of the frost moon. Canon, don't you think Hyposelenia's power is similar to yours?
And their dresses all have similar motifs, with Columbina's like dark blue highlights matching Canon's.
Hello, Columbina. I apologize for our startled reaction just now. And please, forgive our little sister if she's been annoying you. She tends to talk a lot.
No. I'm sure for Columbina, who's been wandering here for probably 1,000 years, having someone to talk to is probably really nice.
It's fine.
You seem shy. Don't worry, Columbina Hyposelenia. No one can hurt you here.
Could you tell me where here is?
Oh, that seems like a
Please.
tough question.
I must know.
My dear sister, this is where Teyvat's original ruler, the Dragon King Nibelung, imprisoned the moon goddesses.
Oh.
What?
Yeah. That makes sense. Does that mean that the moon goddesses... Hold on, I'll let her explain.
You're scaring her, Canon. No, I'm fine. Please, continue.
Nibelung, our original master, created us in the distant past to maintain Teyvat.
But he left this world and traveled into the dark universe beyond, to explore worlds vaster still.
Day and night, we fulfilled our duty in the heavens, until the day that the first descender arrived.
The great ruler of the firmament.
The heavenly principles.
The heavenly principles.
Yeah.
Is that what later generations call them? I see. But we did not reject them at first, nor did they seem to harbor ill intent towards this world. We coexisted in peace. They were like a guest in our home.
Slowly, however, we came to realize that our guest had a growing desire to change and dominate the world.
Yeah.
And you didn't stop it?
No. There was an order to the rules they set up that Nibelung never taught us. We wanted to know if this order would bode good or ill for Teyvat. All right. Canon and I wanted to know. Sonnet was against it from the outset.
Okay. Yeah, she probably knew this was trouble.
Later, we discovered that this great ruler of the firmament bore an almost paranoid hostility toward the desire of certain life forms to seek power. Or perhaps they feared them.
The dragons, the Archon War, something like
They
that.
would even cast down celestial nails as manifestations of their power.
Yes.
To punish the civilizations of the world below.
Oh my gosh. We are getting closer to learning more about the nails. One in Dragonspine, Chasm, Sarumia Island, the Desert of Hadramaveth. Oh, and the one in Natlan in the Night Kingdom. They all seem to mark civilizations that posed a threat to the heavenly principles.
Only this was far beyond mere punishment.
Right. Their rules brought order, but the price people paid for merely testing the limits of those rules was far too great. I did everything in my power to help the punished escape catastrophe, but still, Too many lives were lost.
The ancestors of the Frost Moon Scions were some of the ones you helped.
Yeah. The Hyperboreans.
But just when we had decided to take countermeasures, the Dragon King, Nibelung, returned.
And so began the War of Funerary Flame.
Yeah.
So, that's the name the world gave that war in the future.
Yeah.
Well, who won in the end?
Clearly not your side.
As far as I know, the Heavenly Principles won, although it came at a great cost. They remained in Teyvat, where they continue to rule to this day.
Mm-hmm. Dude, we have to read that book from Enkanomiya again. Remember all of this lore. It's... yeah. They won. When the second Descender came, they waged war against the second Descender, and still won. And then the Heavenly Principles went to sleep and left everything to their 4 shades, which I guess was kind of similar to the 3 Moon Sisters. And then, of course, that wasn't the only war. Archon War, Conria Cataclysm, you know. Apparently, the world cannot stay peaceful for very long, because people always have conflicting interests.
And the world's original master, the Dragon King Nibelung, was destroyed.
Yeah.
And what of the moons? Are there still 3 moons in Teyvat skies?
You can tell us the truth, Columbina. We know we are but remnants of a bygone age. We are prepared for the answer.
Only the Frost Moon remains. But it has been cast beyond the false firmament by the Heavenly Principles. The eternal and iridescent moons were both shattered during the war. So death finally came for us in the end.
Sonnet.
I see. So they are just, I guess, remnants or memories.
But you're still here, aren't you?
A moon goddess cannot live without her moon, Columbina.
She's right. That's why I began to disappear. Because the Frost Moon is cut off by the false sky. How much worse it would have been if it were outright destroyed.
Yeah. And that's why the moon marrows were left behind. Yeah.
Our souls may endure within this lunar palace, but if our moons are destroyed,
then we shall disappear the moment we depart from it.
I see.
I'm sorry.
But you've stayed here this whole time. Were you waiting for Columbina to arrive? If any of you guys had tried to leave at any time, then you would have been able to, unfortunately, test that out.
There's no need to apologize to us, dear sister. If anything, we owe the world an apology. If only we'd decided to act sooner, rather than arguing amongst ourselves.
all the more reason not to spend this time in regret and repentance.
I realize the way Canon looks kind of reminds me a little bit of Lalma. With their hair, actually.
Instead, we should focus our efforts on how we might help our future sister.
Sorry?
Don't you see, Columbina, your story is not yet over. Is that not why you are here?
Yeah. Columbina, you still have to come back to us. Oh?
It's done.
Okay, great! Alright, we're just gonna cut from there to here. Hakai!
Initiate numerological array.
Hakai!
Continue running primary process. Calculate the world's fate through extrapolation. And identify nodes of potential change.
This is crazy.
Secondary process? Scan for moons.
You want to do a secondary process at the same as that time as that first process? I feel like that's gonna take up a lot of computing power.
Still 4. The number of moon marrows hasn't changed.
Well, we've thankfully seen all 4 of them in one place, actually.
Wait, let me think. Is it possible that there's something I've been misunderstanding about the moons all along?
I mean, there's lots. I mean, it's confusing stuff. What have you figured out?
Variables. Variables in the world. I know where potential variables within the world come from. So what about the moons? Are there any variables there? Like their life or death, for instance. What if being alive or dead makes no difference to a moon? But that's so strange. Even immortal gods can die. Why would the moons alone be... Wait.
You got it?
I've got it. I've got it!
Okay, I don't got it. You gotta explain.
If alive or dead is considered a variable, we might have had this wrong the whole time. No one ever said that a moon marrow equals a living moon. We just made that assumption ourselves.
In fact, I would very much assume it is not living. If it was living, it would be a goddess like Columbina.
Initiate secondary process. Scan again. This time filtering out interfering perimeter. Moon marrow. I don't care if they're natural or artificial. Get them out of my search results!
Is there only one?
Why? It says 3 moons still exist in Teyvat, even after excluding the moon marrows. But we know for a fact that 2 of them are dead.
So, by excluding the moon marrows, you get 3. You don't get 1. Is that right? So you get 4 if you include moon marrows. And you get 3 if you take out moon marrows? But that doesn't make sense. We already know there's 2 moon marrows. The eternal moon marrow and the crimson, or the iridescent moon marrow.
Redo the scan. Narrow the results to living moons and real moons. No, scrap that. Narrow it down to moons that have lunar authority and remain alive.
This is like a ChatGPT prompt. Because there's no way a Google search is gonna be able to figure out what that means.
Why? Why is it still 3?
Is Columbina not considered alive then? It's... So you take out the moon marrow. Do you have it reversed? Is Columbina the moon marrow and the 3 moon sisters are... I think 3 is referring to the 3 moon sisters, of which we just saw some part of them still exists. Beyond the moon gate, apparently. But I don't get it. Filtering out moon marrow drops it from 4 to 3. Does that mean it's Columbina?
What is this, Columbina? Has the world lied to us? Or are you the one pulling the wool over our eyes?
Okay, you better figure it out fast before we accidentally kill Hat Guy.
So, you think that the moon's reflection might be where Nibelung imprisoned the 3 moon sisters?
Yeah.
Yes, it would explain a lot, such as why that space would respond to a moon goddess's power, opening the moon gate at her command. It would also explain why Miss Columbina has been unable to leave, and why time flows in reverse there.
In the messages she sent, Columbina promised us she'd find a way to return. But we have no way of knowing how, when, or where this might happen.
The fact that she still has yet to reappear in this world indicates that returning from that place is no easy feat. We cannot afford to simply wait for her.
So you're saying, if she could return by her own power alone, she would have done so long ago.
Right, because it would have been in our past, right?
Yes. She certainly wouldn't leave it to this late stage when it's so touch and go. I've been giving this some thought, and I've come to believe that Luanatar might be an anchor that she left behind, as a sort of future waypoint.
That's exactly
This
it.
could also explain why Luanatar is always by the traveler's side.
Thank you, Nicole, for putting all these pieces together.
Sounds like a plausible theory. If that's the case, there must be some criteria we need to fulfill to allow Columbina to return to the present.
Yeah, let's not have her return like 1,000 years ago. We should want her to return now. Luanatar!
The question is, what could they be?
Oh? Another one?
Hello? Listen up! This is extremely important!
Are you not in the same building? Oh wait, no, she's in the flagship, and they're all in the curatorium. Okay. Sandrone frantically relays her great discovery. You gotta put the pieces together. Nefer and Nicole present the hypothesis. As this impossible mystery starts to unravel, everyone starts to remember what joy feels like.
Not only is Columbina alive, but she may well exist in a form unimaginable to us.
Okay, explain. Explain! I'm still confused.
I'm still unclear on the details, but she's done something truly inconceivable in the past. And the clue to what she's done lies in the moon and Tevat sky.
Truly amazing. Oh, I'm so delighted for her.
Great. What did she actually do?
I'm sure we all feel the same. And I'm sure Columbina is ready to get back here and fight by our side.
I'll keep my calculations going and try to find some way of coordinating with her. But that's not an excuse for everyone else to slack off, okay? All of you had better keep trying to think of solutions.
How can the dead moon still live? And Luanatar.
Luanatar. Oh? So Columbina's about to do the thing that she must have... That Sandrone just described Columbina doing something. I assume now they're going to show Columbina doing said something. Okay.
It's hard to believe that's what will happen in the distant future.
They're so amazing. The three moon goddesses. It's a shame what ended up happening to them then. They were just benevolent gods watching over the world, and yet everything still fell apart and they were still punished for... yeah.
Our authority is linked to the most fundamental rules of Tevat. I suppose it's no wonder that many would covet that power.
Yeah, are you telling them about Dottore? Yeah.
I didn't realize that when you said friends, you meant people who live down in Tevat. That's so lovely. I always wanted to go down there and have some fun.
Yeah. I guess you can live out that dream through Columbina then.
Have you ever tried leaving this prison?
Of course. Between us, we've tried everything. But no matter where we go, this space will eventually bring us back here.
It's like the center of a whirlpool. Everything ultimately converges here, at the moment when Nibelung imprisoned us.
Dude, I just realized something. This is all technically happening in the past, right? So when we and Columbina go to the Crimson Moon space to find the iridescent moon marrow back in Act 3, right? Arlecchino opens the gate and we go and get the Crimson Moon Marrow. And the Crimson Moon Marrow, there's a voice coming from it, which is presumably the iridescent moon goddess, who we now know as Sonnet. She mentions... she talks to Columbina like she recognizes her and it's like, that's you, Hypo. And then the voice trails off. So she must somehow still have a connection to her moon marrow. And because this happened in the past, already remembers meeting Columbina from here. And so Columbina's like, well, maybe she mistook me for the previous Frost Moon goddess. But no, because this happened in the past, if there's some connection between Sonnet's soul here and the iridescent moon marrow back in Tevat, which of course they're still technically the same entity, right? Then she already remembered meeting Columbina and knew that Columbina would come, and this whole time Sonnet has just been calling her Hyposelenia, while Canon has been calling her Columbina, and Aria has been calling her Columbina Hyposelenia. But it's key to note that Sonnet is just calling her Hyposelenia because that's the name she almost said back in the ruins through the iridescent moon marrow. So in fact, it wasn't. That's another thing she's influenced in Columbina's influence in the past. Then, is Sonnet already knew her name because they'd already met in the past, and Sonnet was expecting her to come for the moon marrow in the future. Then, dude, the way everything links up in this story, dude, that's so amazing.
In that case, have you tried using any of those pathways that connect this space to the real world?
Sorry? What are those?
They're passages through which you can make small-scale changes to reality by using Kuvaki. Or am I the only one who can use those passages? Because part of my soul remains in reality.
Yeah, and do they even know the term Kuvaki?
Kuvaki?
Yeah, okay, no, they don't.
What is that?
It's what they call the moon power in the future.
You don't know? It's a unique kind of elemental energy found only in Nod-Krai, the land from which the moons arose.
Okay, and now we're gonna test to see if our version of history is the same as theirs.
Oh. Well, it's true that the moons first rose up from the part that you say is called Nod-Krai. But there is no difference in the elemental energy between there and anywhere else.
Right. The Kuvaki only appeared there after the moons were shattered, so they wouldn't know about that, right? Because the moons shattered and their dust sprinkled across Nod-Krai.
What? Could you show us some of this Kuvaki hyposelenia? Maybe if we see it, it'll make more sense.
Oh my gosh, this is... Yeah, it's definitely the fact that Sonnet remembers her from now. That's what she was talking about back when we were claiming the iridescent moon marrow.
Okay.
Isn't that just your power?
So that's just her
What?
power.
But it's everywhere in Nod-Krai. In the air, in the land. Even the creatures who live there have adapted to its influence.
Unless it was Columbina who covered Nod-Krai in Kuvaki in the past. And then it's just become nothing different from her power that she wields later on in the present, so she just thinks it's just a part, she's just a part of it all.
How curious. This Kuvaki certainly did not exist anywhere in the world before we were imprisoned.
Let alone influence living creatures. So, how exactly does it affect them anyway? Can they float in the air like us?
Some of them it can. Notice how, on Columbina's shoulder, she has that same 3-petaled flower that the 3 Moon Sisters have. Like the one Sonnet has, right? But each of the Moon Sisters have one that's filled in with the color, whereas Columbina's only has 1 petal filled in.
This is so strange.
See, like on her side.
Why would their reality differ so much from mine?
Because you must have changed something between when they were in the world and when you were in it.
Columbina, you're looking for more than just a way out of here, aren't you?
Yes. If I am to help my friends, I will need Tri-Lunar authority on par with that of our foe.
You mean... you'll need our power?
This sounds extremely risky. The 3 moons' powers are not mutually compatible. Concentrating them into one goddess will be a very painful process. And if anything goes wrong, it could tear you to pieces.
I know. But I'm willing to take that risk.
Even so, let's say we successfully transfer our authority to you. How will you take it outside this prison? Niblin constructed this realm specifically to prevent us from using our powers to interfere in his war.
Yeah. There's so many good screenshots
No
from this.
moon goddess can leave this place alive.
What if I don't leave alive?
What? You can just switch over to us.
Start!
What does that even mean?
Figure out what we're meant to do to help Columbina!
So if there was no Kuvaki in the time of the 3 moon goddesses, do you think Columbina basically disappears and scatters her power across Nod-Krai? Then that makes sense why Kuvaki is just her power, because she scattered it across the land in the past. But then that doesn't explain how she's still gonna come back to us, because then I assume then eventually that will lead to her birth at the time we know she was born, and similarly lead to her disappearance at the time we know she disappeared. So that doesn't explain how she might come to exist in the future still. There's still something big we're missing here. It has to do with Luonatar, I think. Luonatar! Yeah? You have a plan?
Columbina, what do you need from us?
Now keep in mind, Luonatar was created before Columbina could tell Luonatar about meeting the 3 moon goddesses, so Luonatar doesn't know that, unless there's some telepathic connection between Luonatar and Columbina because their souls are linked.
Oh, Luonatar! If she really got to the beginning of time in there, How do you think she'd leave us a message?
Would it be like a 1,000-year-old message?
You don't think she'd write it down on a stone tablet somewhere in the hopes that we'd find it, do you?
Yeah, that's quite a stretch. Because, despite all the ancient ruins we go in, the truth is a lot of stuff from those time periods have already been destroyed. It's just time wears away at things. If you left a message, say, 6,000, 10,000 years ago, there's a huge chance it would be eroded or, looted from a cave you stored it in or something like that. Like, it would already be lost to time.
Seems unlikely. Columbina may not talk a lot, but she thinks deeply about issues like this.
Yeah.
Let's review what we know.
Yeah, okay, let's summarize.
This is the Columbina who fought alongside us against the Reikir of Solnari, and with whom we celebrated Moon Prayer Night. She knows our personalities, our ways of doing things, even our unique strengths and abilities.
Yeah. She somehow knew that Nefer was going to try making the moonlight appear and find all of her messages scrawled on the wall in the flagship.
So, if she wanted to tell us something from a long, long time ago, what would she do? Oh.
Yeah? The Wanatar? What's the key? Okay, the Wanatar loves that we figured it out. What did we figure out?
Traveler, you once said that those golden ripples also appeared when Luanatar was born. What if Columbina left Luanatar here, not just as an anchor to the real world, but for some other purpose? If she is part of Columbina, and Columbina knows that I can see past events through her...
Oh!
Oh yeah! Like when you peeked into Rare's past through his heart!
You think Luanatar can help us see where Columbina is now?
Never. Wait.
It's like we're getting into some really weird territory, though, in terms of Columbina's in the past and we're in the future.
If you're right about this, and you can really see past events through Luanatar, your eyes, they'll...
Oh, I know. Looking at Rerir's past in Conria was already enough of a strain on my eyes. Looking this far back into the past, it'll surely blind me. Really? But it's our only chance. This is the only way.
Was that what blinded her, though? I thought she was blinded by fighting Rerir. Not just... Oh, but I guess she did use the chess set for that.
Boss.
We spoke about this once, a long time ago. Do you remember what I said, Yehoda? The day I lose my sight, the Curatorium of Secrets will be yours to run.
Never.
But...
What's wrong? I'd be overjoyed if I were you. This day's come a lot earlier than either of us expected. I need to know you'll honor our agreement, Yehoda. Promise me.
Yes, Boss Neff. I promise.
Are you sure you don't want some time to think this through?
What is there to think through? I should have gone blind after our battle with Rerir. Frankly, it's almost criminal that I got away with it for this long.
Then at least let me take some precautions on your behalf. And if you really do lose your sight, I'll visit your office every day and make sure you're well looked after.
Oh, Mama.
Oh, please, anything but that. I was actually ready to go through with this. Are you trying to scare me into backing out?
Aw.
As if I could ever scare you. I'll assume you're just joking to calm your nerves.
All right, enough chit-chat. Let's do this.
We're actually doing this? Okay. Wanatar? Are we really... Is it really about the duration of time that you're looking into the past for, though? Or is it more just looking for a specific memory?
All done.
Good. Now give me some space.
Come on, Wanatar. You and Nefer can do it.
Come on then, little one. Show me what happened in the past.
Wanatar. Nefer.
Between the Tri-Lunar Authority,
she can see this now,
and the sole surviving moon, the Frost Moon, I think I might know how to get back. But I will need my sister's help. Time to go talk it over with them.
You know... Well, it must be lonely for the Three Moon Sisters. At least they have each other, right? It'd be even more lonely if they were all apart. This is a beautiful yet terrifying prison to be locked away in for all eternity.
Have you decided what to do? I hope it's not too dangerous. You really scared me when you said that thing about not leaving here alive. Come on, let's go find the other two.
Aww. Oh, she's following us actually. Oh, that's okay. Just the way they all take care of her because she is their littlest sister.
It seems you have reached a decision. I'm all ears. What do you propose?
Let's go. Canon.
Have you figured it out, Columbina? Tell us, how do you plan to leave this place?
I intend to die here, in this moment, and then be reborn in the future with the help of my friends.
Whoa, that's... How does that work?
What are you saying? How can the dead be reborn? And how will you inform these future friends of your plans? You can't exactly leave oracles. Nothing can escape this place. Not a single ray of moonlight. And even if you found a way, what if they never find the message you left for them? You'll...
Don't worry. Just like Ether said, Columbina thinks deeply about these things. She knows that, at the very least, we'll never stop looking for this message she might have left for us.
No, that won't happen.
Come again?
They will find my message. I'm sure of it.
I'm not following. How exactly will you achieve this?
Yes, please explain the details.
It's quite simple, really.
Or is it?
First, I will leave my soul here.
Okay. I guess like the other Three Moon Sisters. That was enough to kick out Never?
I see it.
Your soul?
Okay.
You mean you're a divinity?
Yes. I once left a portion of my soul in the future. One so small that this prison barely noticed anything. In this very moment, she can resonate with my soul across time. When the time comes, I believe that she can serve as an anchor to pull my soul from here back to the future reality.
How will she do that?
Just as gravity connects the world to the moon.
Whoa. I see. But what's the likelihood Luonatar might instead get pulled here instead of the other way around?
Exactly. In the future, where I came from, the moon has been cast beyond the false sky, but I can still feel that it is there.
What happened to their faces? I think it glitched out.
In a similar way, I can feel a connection to the soul fragment I left behind even now. My friends can use it to detect my presence.
But how do you just leave your soul here? Is that even possible?
On my way here, I met an ordinary mortal who entered this place long before I did. Her body is long gone, but her soul remains.
The Lindis.
And before that, I encountered an old enemy whose entire soul survives here intact, while the power that once corrupted his body has faded away.
So, perhaps this space is specifically designed to imprison divinity and authority, but not the physical body.
I see.
Still, even if your body can escape, would it not just be a lifeless husk without the soul inside? Wait, is that what you meant when you said you wouldn't leave alive?
Yes. I shall turn my body into moonlight and pour it over Nod-Krai.
And that's how... So that's the true origin of Kuvaki? So it wasn't just the scattered dust from the broken moons. It was actually Columbina in the past dying?
That power shall protect the land and quietly blend into it, awaiting my soul's return in the future.
I see.
However, I cannot do this on my strength alone. I would need your help to do this. So I'm humbly asking for your assistance.
Whoa, hold on. Let me just see if I'm following. Columbina, their faces are gone when it's zoomed out like this. The three moon goddesses. She's going to leave her soul here because this place is more designed to imprison souls rather than physical bodies. She will then send her physical body into the real world now, which is our past, the distant past, probably thousands of years ago past. She's going to... Her physical body will die too, and it will become the Kuvaki that, resonates with the land, which is incredible if you think about it. It means we've really just been... Columbina really has been with us all along then. She was literally in everything, the air, the seas, the trees and plants and creatures. If she is Kuvaki, then she was been there for us as soon as we stepped foot into Nod-Krai and protected the people of this land even longer before. So then, at some point, she is born into the world and she just kind of blends in with the power of this world, not realizing it was her own power all along. That the Kuvaki is more than just a power she wields, it is her, in a sense. But I don't understand how... You gotta explain then. How is this gonna help, I guess, catapult your soul back into the future? Or, I guess, are you saying it's not? The Kuvaki across the land, I guess you could say it's an empty husk without a soul. But presumably we want our Columbina back in the future, right? We do want her soul to come back, right? Eventually? So you haven't missed out the part where we somehow catapult your soul back to Luonatar. I guess that's what we're gonna figure out now.
Oh, dear sister. You need not be so formal. As I said before, we are but remnants of a bygone age. You, on the other hand, were born alone in that distant future, and you have walked a long and lonesome road since then. How could I bear to let your story end here in this dungeon? Don't forget, we are your sisters, your family.
Aria's right. Actually, I've always wanted a little sister. Can you imagine how it's been for me? Getting nagged by two older sisters all the time.
Aww, I know, right? They're all so endearing to her. Yes, now Columbina is the littlest little sister.
Now, I finally get to be the big sis. And not just that, but I get to help you return to your world, too. How could I say no to that?
Sonnet.
Canon?
I'm sorry. I know this is a bold request. The Frost Moon is rightfully yours, and it remains intact.
Oh, no, please, don't misunderstand me, Columbina. I was just... thinking back on the years that the three of us once spent together. You cannot imagine how happy I am to hear of the future world you describe. The Frost Moon Scions, your lovely, kindly friends, for the three of us, whose purpose in life was to maintain the peace in Teyvat. It is a great relief to know that the people of this world live in such an abundant future.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just like talking to that phantom from Hyperborea, too. Even though their own lives ended in tragedy, there is comfort they can take in knowing that the world still continues to exist beyond the tragedy that they knew in their time. That in the end, everything, even though there's several more calamities that happened since then, and another one that we're really on the cusp of, that humanity didn't just die out and perish, but as the other guy said, built new civilizations anew and still continue to prosper. That is probably a huge relief to them to know that it wasn't all in vain.
If your plan can save them and save Nod-Krai, I will gladly give you all that I can. Besides, the three of us have been together since the day we were born. I could never abandon them to live on alone without them.
Yeah.
Canon.
Still, I do have one question I would like to ask you before we proceed.
Certainly. What is it?
Why do you cover your eyes?
Oh, that's something we've been wondering for a long time, too.
Yeah, I was curious about that too. But it seemed personal, so I didn't want to intrude.
There was a time when I refused to look upon the world. I believed it was full of nothing but lies and falsehoods. I wished to hide my feelings, seal my heart, until I could return to my true home.
I see.
I see.
Okay, I also see.
Perhaps that decision saved you from ever having to see the false sky again. But at the same time, you likely missed out on many true and precious things, like the smiles on your friends' faces. Promise me this, Columbina. When you return to the future, open your eyes, take a look at the world around you, and see your friends.
Yeah.
I'm sure that you know this already, given that you long to return. But that is your true home.
Your true home. Well... Yeah, she's been seeking a way to go to the Frost Moon this whole time, but... Home is where your friends are.
Give me your hand, Columbina.
Okay.
Aria, Sonnet, you too.
Okay.
All right.
Here we go. Columbina.
We once were the songs sung for eternity, but now it is you who must continue to sing.
We once were the tides in the great river of time, but now we subside, and you arise.
We were the messengers of madness and inspiration. But now, the lies have faded, and your truth must endure.
The truth.
We are souls awaiting the sun. You must return to be with those who smile when they see your face.
Aww. They love you a lot, Columbina. Their authority.
Is it done?
Yes. We have transferred the authority over all 3 moons to Columbina Hyposelenia. From this moment on, she is the Tri-Lunar goddess, the one and only moon goddess of this world.
Whoa. The Tri-Lunar goddess. Columbina, are you okay?
Thank you. Thank you, my sisters.
Now go, and do what you believe is right, Columbina Hyposelenia.
Be aware that we cannot grant you the power of the 3 moons beyond these prison walls. The conflict that arose over their remains following our disappearance will still take place.
I understand.
Then how is she going to...
Sisters! Oh, my body. It feels...
Now that we have given up our power and authority, our bodies are merely mortal shells. This prison is dissolving them as we speak.
It's okay, Sonnet. The end must come for every god, just as it does for every human. That's all this is. The final destination of our lives. Canon and I will be by your side the whole way.
We have one final request, Columbina. Could you use the 3 moons' power to send us back into the real world? Now that we have lost our powers, I doubt this space will seek to hold us further. It's just... we would like to spend our final moments together in the only place we ever called home.
Of course. Gladly.
Now Columbina has the ring behind her.
Sonnet.
Yes.
Don't... I wish I could tell her not to give in to the abyss. Not to be afraid. But is this really what I should say at this moment? Don't forget. I'm so glad to have a big sister like you.
Aww. There's some parts of the past you can't change. Indeed, letting her just be happy in the final moments she has as herself. Yeah.
No, Hypo. Thank you.
See? She does remember her because she called her Hypo all those chapters
I'm
ago.
okay. I'm not afraid. As long as my sisters are with me, I won't be afraid.
It looks like this is goodbye, sisters.
Aww. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Columbina.
Goodbye, Aria.
Take care of this world in our stead.
I will.
Columbina.
And now, it's time for me to bid farewell to my body, too. May it become the moonlight that keeps Nod-Krai company through the long years ahead. So this is why Nod-Krai was not always home to Kuvaki.
And so the Kuhenki and Luonatar and all the Kuvaki across the land, they were all from Columbina all along.
It only appeared after I poured my body out upon this land. And only this land. Kuvaki responds to me because it is me. My body, answering the call of my soul.
Yeah.
And the golden energy I've encountered on my way here was, in fact, that very soul, which I am about to leave here to guide me.
Oh my gosh, that's the Nod-Krai main theme.
O power Tri-Lunar, eternal moonlight. I, Columbina Hyposelenia, lay aside my body. Let it be cast into the dark night to illuminate the future. May it be a companion to all who dwell beneath the moon. until the time comes for me to return home.
Wow. The true moon. It's her song all along. It was her all along. She heard that song when she was born so long ago. It was herself singing it to herself all along.